Round 18. Here it comes. The Warriors take on the Canterbury Bulldogs over in Sydney. Big game, boys. Big game. Jared Cronin. We've got the full lineup here. Jared Cronin, Isaac Suss, Moneta Suss, and Daniel Whatakura. We're all charged up after that performance last week, where the boys showed some ticker, some mana, and Isaac is obviously dressed as well for the occasion to get pumped up on what could be a pretty exciting game. So, lads, should we have a look through the teams?
It definitely showed some mana. There's plenty of mana waves going out there. Guy Henwood had a classic line about the Freddie Lussig's mana wave. I don't know if you saw that or heard that.
No.
Guy Henwood on alternative commentary. I don't know exactly what the line was. He said it was throwing plenty of mana for a honky.
Oh, yeah,
which I thought was, which is quite interesting. But
here we go. Teamsday with a little look at, first of all, our opposition. Oh, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. There we go. And onto our team. Hey, we hit them last week. We needed the good juju on our side, so I've kept them in there. Juju Smith-Schuster at number 0. And onto the starting lineup. We've got our man, Chance Nico Klukstar, looking to take charge of the back operations. On the wing is he's a talented man, good singer as well apparently. Dylan Waitini Zelezniak. Joining him in the centre spot is Tuivasa.
someone's going to get a hiding.
Someone was going to get a hiding for that one.
Someone's going to get a hiding.
Someone, maybe claiming ACC by now. And the other centre spot is Adam Pompey, POMP, ready to go at it, and what could be a really big positional battle as well. We'll talk about that shortly. Number 5 is, oi, stop letting guys run around you, Marcelo Montoya.
Monty, get him.
Just not too much room, bro. The sweet smell of Chanel number 6 is in the halves. Man, he was smelling real good last week.
What was his try celebration? He should have had to undo it. It was quite elaborate.
It was. Yeah, you're right. As was the collar. That was getting quite a bit of feedback as well for Mighty Martin.
Especially in the Maharaja household. Jesus.
Oh yeah, steamy windows. Hey. Into the front row, we've got Adam Fanua-Blake alongside Wade Egan. Been a little bit quiet lately, old Wade, aka Wayne. So we'll see what he does this weekend.
That's not Wayne.
Into the number 10 jersey is Louis Bam Bam, which is kind of where he played last week, but he just had a different number on his back. So looking forward to that, as well as the busted nose. Hopefully it's all good. The schnoz for Hakuna Marata. And alongside him in the second row is another guy who was a change last week, and that's Kurt Catewell. So looking good.
It is best game.
Played really well. And number 13 at the back is our captain, the Toyota Yaris there. So we'll see how he gets on as well. He was named to start last week, and then he got moved to the bench. So we'll see. We'll monitor the situation.
Ducks and Drakes.
That's right. Here's the mana wave from Freddie. Boy. Yeah, he was on. The double round as well. Oh, look out. At number 15, look out for the glutes of doom as well. Dylan Walker getting ready to go over there and clench some Bulldogs. Number 16, the swear jar Jazz. I think we've lost Moneta already. And rounding out the bench is number 17. He's gone from middle forward to the bench forward. Jackson bench forward. So we'll see how he goes from there. Interesting sort of option for him as well. The 18th man, mate, took a headbutt, took a punch in the face, and all he did was just laugh at it because I guess Corey Horsburgh didn't do enough weights or speed work. But anyways, he's our 18th man. All right, lads. What are we thinking first off? Moneta, you were taken by your former man crush. The former 80-minute man.
I think that's so many
Jackson
man
Ford.
crushes I'm forgetting now who it is.
This is the one like going one through the back. Jackson Ford.
Oh,
And he used to be your 80-minute man. So he's now on the bench. What's your thoughts on that little rotation?
I think he is. I think maybe just to negate some of his early kind of errors that he does. I have noticed it's starting to creep a bit into his game. Just he's susceptible to one knock on per game, which kind of swings momentum. So maybe it's just trying to negate it from the beginning of the game. So that's why he's probably on the bench. But I still think he's a quality player. But it's just that those like errors that kind of starting to creep up. But he's all good. But yeah, I think it's a good squad.
So you're thinking if he's doing warm-ups, like, on the sideline,
he's practicing, he's getting the knock-ons out of the way in the warm-ups.
Smart.
Because I think it's becoming quite visible that he's prone to one per game.
Yeah. But it's kind of like GST for Paul Jackson. Saucy and slash Hangudon as well. Bro, we've got probably an interesting matchup, possibly a critical one. Out in the centres this week, we're going to have Stephen Crichton, who's been one of the form players across the entire league, and he's going to be lining up against the POMP. What are you thinking on that little one-on-one?
I'm a little worried, eh? Crichton's all class, eh? He's an athlete. He's now he's coming into his own as a leader of that team. And Pompey, he's had some good games, and he's had a few games where he's been touched up on defense a bit and made to look pretty pedestrian. So I'm a little bit worried. I wouldn't be surprised if they sent a fair bit of traffic down his way. On the other side as well, though, Bronson Cherry, he's not playing at the same level, but he's still quite a threat too. So I think the Warriors are going to have their work cut out for them with their backs. I rate a lot of their backs. Jacob Carraz as well, particularly, he's going to be huge in getting them out of trouble in their own half. But yeah, Stephen Crichton he's the man, eh? He's just coming into his own this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
RTS versus Bronson Cherry is the kind of, the genetic freak off, right? Two extremely well put together individuals. If you're looking at physiques. It's just me.
You can look at them all you want, both.
You're saying both are specimens, right? When you think about their outlook. So
I know what you mean, Daniel.
Well, you think Bronson Cherry's maybe the new Liver King or something like that? Just roided up. Well, he was roided up. That's why he was banned for a couple of years, right there.
Yeah, he's gliding. Gliding off the
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck as well. So
Roger's au naturel. The forward pack. What are your thoughts on our boys versus the doggies?
I think this is where we have a strength. The doggies are quite plucky, right? And they're nuggety and they'll work hard. And they got Kicks is back though. He's obviously they've got a little bit of quality there, but they've got not say journeymen, but they've got battlers, right? The young battlers in the middle. So I think we've got our best pack out there. We've got a lot of good senior players, a lot of experience, and I guess we're putting Mitchie back into the middle. Gives us a bit of steel in the middle as well. I think. I love Jackson, but I think in the middle, one of the challenges would have been just a kind of presence in the middle, especially on those early tackles as well. But the one thing I'm looking forward to is someone trying to smash the shit out of Reid Marnie. I'm fucking sick of that guy.
He's a pest.
He has become like I love the pest, but not every week pest. You like to have them, like even Grubson Young used to just pest it up every now and then, There's plenty of pests in the game, but every week it's Reid Marnie.
Over pesting. He's over pesting.
Oh, yeah. He needs to be binned for over pesting. other piece aside,
Even Andrew
it's just
Johns has had enough of him, eh? That's-
And he's a pretty liberal dude when it comes to that sort of thing. So to piss off Andrew Johns about it is whole another level. Maybe he steps up to Hakuna Murata, and
Gets a
Hakuna
slap.
Murata might give him some no worries for the rest of his days.
just someone get him, mate. But I think we do have the edge, but they're hearty, they're nuggety, they're going to work hard, they defend well, they have been. So they're riding a high. But I'm hoping they're smelling their own stuff at the moment. So that could they're in doo-doo. That could undo them.
Moneta, it's going to be an interesting one with the clash of the coaches. Of course, the from the Ivan Cleary coaching tree over at Penrith, we've got Serrallo up against Andrew Webster. How do you see that battle panning out?
Oh, I think there'll be a bit of a friendly rivalry. They probably know a little bit about each other in terms of what their tactics are in terms of coaching. So, be interesting to see how it plays out. But I think we've got a slightly different squad to them, and so I think it'll be. I won't impact too much on it, but I think there will be a bit of friendly rivalry in the background. So, yeah, go the Warriors.
Now the halves battle again could be quite important in this one, Isaac. Obviously, our boys, the sweet smell of Chanel No. 6 and Te Martin. Great game last week. Coming up against who we got? Toby Sexton, Matt Burton for the Doggies. A match winner there with Burton and the Thunder boot. Bro, what do you think that's going to do on the weekend?
I actually think this is going to be the matchup that decides the game. I mean, forwards, there's going to be a battle up front. But the Warriors have got the edge. But I really think it's going to be creativity in the halves. I think it's Toby Sexton and Matt Burton playing. But Burton's origin level. Hopefully the back three have been doing a lot of high ball practice this week, because I'm sure they're going to see a lot of traffic come their way in the form of those spiral torpedoes. But I think the battle's going to be in terms of the creativity, being able to create some play, some attacking play. I don't think Burton's a ball player; he's a ball runner more so. And Sexton still, he's still finding his feet in that Bulldogs team, but they could surprise us. But you'd hope Te Martin just keeps continuing on his tear. And the number 7 jersey, with the amount of try assists he's got, what is he averaging? Like 4 a game in the number 7 jersey, and 3.5. So it's going to come down to that, especially with the Bulldogs' mantra in defense of bend but don't break. We talked about this before. They don't mind the missed tackles as long as they can scramble and cover. It's going to be up to really Te Martin to play heads-up footy and try find some weaknesses in their defense.
Just when you were talking about Matt Burton kicking the ball, I was thinking they need to recreate what they did with Hazem Al-Masri back in the days, kicking the helium ball. I'd love to see what Matt Burton could do kicking a helium ball. He might kick it off the planet. Now, Daniel, bench, interesting one. I've been kind of dreading this moment since the start of the season. And that is we're going to come up against one of my old favourites, Joshy Curran. Good old clean-up. And he's also joined by a few handy performers on the bench as well. How do you think we match up against them?
Yeah, I think our bench is becoming, when we've got our best players back, we then have the quality of our bench is improved. And so the sort of bench that we think gets the job done. And I think added a little bit of extra value late in the game for us as well. It all depends. I mean, interesting to see what the dynamic is with Tohu, if he starts or if Dylan Walker starts. I think they might actually start Tohu as well, just to give Dylan Walker some, same amount of minutes, but maybe a little bit of chance to run at some tied legs as well. So, our bench is, how would I say, it's solid, but we've obviously got our strike up front and out there already, especially in the forwards as well. So Marata was, when he was on the bench as well, you had a bit of strike, bit of punch. With someone like cleanup as well, you just kind of know what you're going to get. Someone who's just going to compete on every play, is going to turn up and be everywhere as well. So Capewell can be that player too. So I kind of really interested to see how they go. But from a bench point of view, look, it's a solid bench with a lot of solid first graders. So we'll take that.
Does it stay intact as well? Like, I forgot to ask. Will Tohu remain as the starter, do you think, this week?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, potentially, it depends how they see it. Like, do they take the sting out with Tohu and then give God fast legs against a more sort of tiring pack in the late in the half, or vice versa? I mean, I think we all saw Walker's leg speed and the carries he had kind of generate a little bit more pace, but also found with someone like Tohu, his ball play was quite tidy. So you've kind of got two options really, but it's kind of maybe horses for courses. But part of me thinks perhaps a little bit of extra energy in the first half might be because you know what it's like the first 15, 20 minutes, right? It's quite, everyone's kind of energized up, so it can be quite hard to punch holes and all sorts as well. But we've also seen what's happened when the Ball brothers kind of come on together as well. It hasn't happened for a while as they've come on together, given the scenario. But what I do love when Jazz comes on is his line speed and defense, especially like out of maybe carry 3 or carry 2 from their line or their in goal or their 20. Sometimes it's that carry where that winger can kind of get 15 odd meters. He comes out of the line and just shuts them down. He'll cut that 15-meter run to about a 5 or 6 as well. So I love the energy that they bring. But going back to Walks and Tohu, I think you can make a case either. I think the thing we know now is probably that Tohu's best is 40 minutes, perhaps 2 stints. I don't think he's the 80-minute guy anymore with this pace of the game. And I'd hate to say it, is maybe when he was about 80-minute or 70-minute, there were some periods of liability in the middle, just because the bro's done so much work, and he's kind of, I think he's earned the right just to put a good 40 shift in every week.
For sure. Prediction time, boys. We'll start with you, Moneta. Former Dogs fan as well, so we'll just bear that in mind when you answer this question. We'll give you the first half. Who's going to be ahead at the end of the first 40 minutes?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'll have to go with Warriors, but only slightly. So it could be 14-12, 14-10.
14-10 at the break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Enough to
Isaac?
make you nervous going into the second half. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Isaac, who's going to be ahead at the end of the second half?
Well, I have to go the Warriors, but I agree. At the end of the first half, Bulldogs might have a slight edge. Warriors will regroup in that second half and take out the win. But I think it might be a pretty open play affair. I think it might be quite a high scoring game. Bulldogs are pretty, they're pretty mercurial. I think they've got points in them. Not just, they're not just defense, but I reckon they might try to pull something out of the bag, particularly with the Panther connection. I think they're going to try one up each other, Soraldo and Webster. So I reckon it's a high-scoring affair.
All right. Daniel, you get the last two crucial predictions. Give us a score line and how many double rounds the Warriors are going to do in this game.
19 double rounds. No. I actually think score prediction, I think we'll win. I think we're going to win 24-12. I just don't think it's going to be super, super high scoring for some reason. I think both teams, I think the Dogs are unorthodox. They kind of feel a little bit Canberra-esque for me, because of the halves, aren't those classic kind of halves, that just create, amazing shape and play. They're real nuggety with their ability, but they've got some great pace out wide. And I think defensively, both teams are going to scramble quite a lot. And I think with our guys, I think we're building some pretty quality attack. And how it compares to last year's attack is very different, right? And we've had to scale it back to actually get get some wins as well and just get some points. So I don't think we're like, how would you put it? I don't think we're out there attacking with the best of them, right? But we don't need to. We just need to win the game. So, I think 24-12. And I want to just say they're going to make 2 double rounds.
2 double rounds.
It's a double round.
Oh, baby. I'm excited. Big game coming up Saturday afternoon, 5 p.m. New Zealand kickoff time, 3 p.m. in Sydney. Also, if you're in Sydney or heading to Sydney to be there for the game, Warrior Nation is going to be getting amongst it. That's actually going to be one of the big ones of the year. So pretty much there's Magic Round top, Gold Coast is the next one, and then the next one after that for Sydney folk is this one against the Bulldogs. So.
And next year, what's going to happen next year?
Vegas.
Ooh, that's right, yeah.
Las Vegas.
That's right. The nation's going to be taking Vegas. Oh, man. Richie's going to be up there on the roulette wheel and playing blackjack. Oh, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the game as well. Thanks, fellas, for being on Teamsday. Isaac Sauce, Moneta Sauce, and Daniel Flicker. My name is Jude Cronin. I almost forgot my own name. And we'll catch you to wrap that one up. On Sunday. Looking forward to that on the next podcast. Thanks for joining us. Warriors Anonymous Sunday. Peace.